Go. Shameless is playing. Patches. Patches. Rebellion's looking for patches. I have the cosplay Chris Krista. I'm gonna cast Erebus unless Chicken Man is. Might cast Erebus Black. Chicken Man as Erebus. Even though he's my boy. Not a lot of casters. Pose lobby links. Chicken Man wants Erebus. I was fucking with Percival too. Pose lobby links. We need lobby links, guys. Lobbies for Dave. Looks like nobody remembered. We don't even have N key. It's only Chicken Man and I tonight. We might open this up to other casters. Theory may join me because Yeti's gone. Erebus may or whoever. Is Inexorable playing? Triple got in, cool. Triple is pretty based. I'll go to whomever. We're going to whomever. I would get Erebus, but it looked like he was covered. I saw Chicken Man in there. Percival, I'm definitely casting. He's in the round of 8 immediately. So classic creator and Percival have enough points in KSL and enough standing that they immediately advance to the round of 8s. They immediately get $20 even if they got stopped by somebody. Which would be an upset in most cases. Shameless would be one that's not. I'm going to get triple. We're going to triple versus Inexorable. We're going to get... Hell yeah. Hell yeah, my boys. Inexorable, the Terran versus triple, the Protoss. This could go either way. Rebellion versus Patchy Bear. Nah, I know you guys be like, whatever, but it's Friday night. I'm missing my Yeti, Spaghetti. He's out hunting. He didn't even get back to me if he got a deer today. Right now he's playing Drink the Beer, and we all know it, but not a word from Yeti. Yesterday he did. He was watching my stream from the tree stand. I'm gonna message Yeti KSL tonight. KSL tonight. You're having too much fun. Had to bust your balls. Okay. It is inexorable. Sorry, I'm updating my title. And here we are. It's best of 3, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, wearing the teal Protoss probes. Give it up for our Korean player, Mr. Triple. And our player of the Americas, it is Mr. Inexorable. Smiffer. Latin American Terran player. Playing with all the ping. What a Chad. Apparently, I tried getting Special. Special didn't want to play with ping, he said, but he's also like, nah. He was busy tonight. That's okay. I was hoping to get my man Juan on tonight. I should have messaged NX. I gotta make a list. I'm gonna make a list of all my friends, because I just... It's not that I wouldn't remember. I always remember them when I'm like... They're front and center, but just with everything going on. So anytime I'm doing any event late night, whom could come and play? I know too many people, and I have to meet all these people IRL now. It really kind of sucks, because I got people that are like, would be like first in line for everything, and I've not hosted stuff at different times that I can message. I should have messaged Wayne. Wayne hasn't played in forever. I think Wayne might be retired. As long as Wayne is not in the military, we're good. Wayne, aka Vanya. Has anybody seen Vanya play in a little bit? I have not seen Vanya play in quite some time. That does look a little Nexus. Yeah. It does look a little Nexus before Corey. But it is a 1 gas build from Terran. It's Marine. This could be 3 racks. No, it's going to be a factory. Look at that. He's got his banked. No, yeah, he's going for 3. He's going for 1 from 1. 1 gas. He'll take another gas at some point here very shortly after he gets some Marines, etc. And ladies and gentlemen, the Great Theory will be joining me after. I might throw some other folks in, but former pro StarCraft 2 player, also former pro Stormgate player. Yeah, well, he milked it while he got it. You know, well, Stormgate was a thing. You know, unfortunately, there was some serious mismanagement and stuff. Triple doing the ballsiest thing ever. He has no reason to build this Twilight there. That is actually just sloppy. It's maybe efficient for your probe stuff, but that's sloppy SimCity. Like, your Robo dies to most Terran builds. Your Twilight Council dying there could deny your Blink or your Charge or prevent you from getting something. But, you know, if you're going DTs, which, like, next to nobody does anymore, which is sad. With all respect to Triple, I actually like this build. He's going for a Raven, probably. He might go Banshee because of the patch and do some hyper flight rotor stuff. But it looks to be like a 2-1-1 kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's going Raven. Personally, I like to add another Rax too, but Inexorable is insanely better than me. He goes for the Hellion. Let's see what happened after I missed something. I didn't miss nothing. Hellion's there to poke and prod. It's actually going to be a... Oh, this is going to be a charge lot build. This is going to really hurt the Terran player. It's only 3 gates so far. I wouldn't hate, like... Nobody does it usually, but triple might. DTs would be a thing. He's going charge, though. He's going for, like, a big-ass charge lot push. Okay. He's going 3 gate. He's playing it safe, and he's going for charge lot Archon or something, or we'll see what his tech follow-up is, but Dark Templar still could be good. Had he gone DTs from how this is, even though it's a 1-1-1, and even with the Raven, it could be really good if you're playing a macro game and you're going for a little bit of pressure with a War Prism after you've done this. Like, it's the timings. He's going for an Immortal. He's going for a Robo Bay. He's going for a Colossus, more than likely. I like Inax's build. Inax is one of my favorite Latin American players. It's not just a bias. I've always felt that way about him, especially over time. He thinks he's like, Dave, Poppy, take me in. I'd like to get Inax in Kirktown, but not everybody's gonna say, Dave, you're just a Terran biased motherfucker when you were a Protoss biased motherfucker forever. I was never a biased or whatever until I'm playing ladder and I'd meet. When it comes to team stuff, I'd like to see. I really wish Nina was playing. I really wish Nina was playing Protoss. And I need to rebuild my life, but I do have thoughts. Like, the dream is the Kirktown team really becoming something and whatever. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, might take some combinations of teams and people willing to actually like to rebrand. We can keep our stuff, but I think it actually is a smart move. Do you think of Team Liquid and stuff? I think the Americas need people to band together. And there's a lot of people that, if I really started getting to a point where things get good, it's going to take a while. I might talk to Aranak and other folks. Then everybody's like, we want our brand. And I'd be like, well, put your name. There's ways of doing it. I'm going to actually talk to some folks. So I'd love to have NA actually have a reason to have a scene again. Not just NA, South America, Central America. I think it should be everybody. I'd love to have GMs have a chance to fucking ladder again and not just have trolls or sit there queuing forever. And when they do get a game, it's like a PvP every time or some stream sniper or some stupid shit. Like, there needs to be some incentive. And the hard thing is, it's hard to give incentive when there's nothing there. Big push from Terran, but my God, the anti-armor missile's massive. We will have an auto turret in a second too. I don't know about that attack on the probe. The probes are good, but he's gonna lose his entire arm. Well, he kills an Immortal. Cheeto does said, guys, he lost all the bio. There's nothing to shoot up. Oh my God, Blink is on the way. +1 armor with +2 ground weapons. It's a hold for triple, but he did lose some workers. Still looking really good for triple. We do have a Ghost Academy. We do have some Vikings, but if he took out those Colossus, that would be a big dub. No, it does. I mean, even in like lower leagues and stuff, it's the state of the game. But I do feel like we're gonna get to a point where we might see some fresh meat in some ways. But there needs to be an incentive to players that are not the Clems, the Max Paxes, the heroes. I'd say the Darks, but Darks in the military. Beyond, and then there's like no Zergs ever, and when we do, occasionally you'll see like Solder or Rainer might go in and play and do really well or something. You know, right now, statistics are my least of cares, where it's every caster's job usually, and it's never been my favorite thing to do in this game, just because I usually used to cast so much and watch so much when I'm not casting so much, just like you guys do. Many of you, or not all of you, know what I'm saying. But in reality, it's okay. I like the scouting. The other side of the Protoss, we do have Blink finishing up. We got our +1 armor coming. Got +2 ground weapons coming. It's a double forge. However, +1 ground armor is coming for Inexorable, aka Smither. His army supply's looking pretty good, and he's going for a big push. On the 4th base, the Cheeto Dust. Oh my god, Ravens can be good if you use them right. And he did. Widow Mine's hitting an Immortal. This is going to be a tough fight still. The Vikings land, though. Vikings are not great against Immortals. If that Widow Mine hit, he would have killed a few Zealots, too. But there's a 4 base to 3 base. Terran 4th base coming up. Inexorable's been studying. I think he's been he's a pretty solid player. Percival from Kirktown, by the way, guys. Guys, we need to have an idea for a meme for the Korean Kirktown tag. I'm gonna make another logo. We need to make something like a Japanime style. I know it's Korea, but we need to make a Japanime weeby kind of, instead of a squirrel, we'll do something else. Or make a squirrel that's Japanime. This is my idea, and we're gonna make that the Kirktown Korea clan tag. Yeah, like a manga squirrel. It's gonna have big boobs, and it's gonna be like... Yeah, ooh, squirrel, yeah. I don't know if it needs to have big boobs, but you know what I'm saying. Let's go for the memes. I think in this case, I think it would be funny as fuck. Because already the squirrel, like, you meet Yeti and stuff, you're like, why the fuck do you guys have a squirrel as your thing? And the Pog squirrel literally it was literally just one of my first pieces of art I drew. And it was a trace over day version of a internet image that one of my most watchers, Flood Advisor, picked, and he paid for it, or it was a long time ago. He suggested it. Inexorable getting some big damage for counterattack, but let's see what Inexorable can do. He's starting to lose a lot of armies, bleeding out with a Circle of Doom. Indiana Jones in the Circle of Doom, all those stalkers. Oh. Puts an end to that. I like the raise up, but we're losing so much. GG. Inexorable is going to lose, and in fairness, he has a lot of ping. Ubu Booba Squirrel, yes. Apparently we got enough people where there might be like people that advance. Okay, wait, I'm kidding. Jesus Christ. Oh, Erebus wanted me to cast Gray. All right. Inexorable versus Tripper gang. I got out ordinaried by chance. That's funny, Ragna. Sorry, I was gonna get Erebus was requesting a match, and I didn't understand what he meant. But I'm also kind of tipsy, but I also was going with the tournament, and I had the lobby. I didn't see the lobby that he sent. And, there's only 2 casters, so as much as Team Infected are buds and stuff, like, obviously we gotta... If Chicken Man are the only casters right now, or the only streamers of the, you know, caster bunch, we gotta cover, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's not anything personal. I usually go for... The early rounds I go for my buds, Patches is playing, etc. I have no problem doing that, but without Steadfast or the Ducklings or whomever, we don't have Enki, we don't have Into the Inno. Jesus Christ. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak and the teal. It is triple. It's nothing, you know, it's not like I wouldn't do it. It's the... This one is kind of wherever I was kind of going to you know, it's the Korean Starcraft League, not the Aussie Starcraft League or American Starcraft League, you know. His opponent in the upper right, he is from the Americas. It is inexorable, but we have more players than not that we normally would, you know. That's the reason why. Like, it doesn't really make... Like, it'd be different if it's like, well, this is like an open for, like, the whole intent of this tournament may seem like whatever as it is, and yeah, but when you're lacking the coverage, it's got to be what it's got to be. I appreciate you guys all playing. Yeah, Light usually has been casting KSL. Like, I haven't seen Light do KSL in a while, but it's become a monthly tournament. Light's been hosting a lot. Light's been crushing it, and I remember at one point, like, I got drunk into it with Light even, and he's somebody I never would. I think we're good. Well, I know we're good, but I love Light. He's a grinder. It was right when, like, KSL was starting, and they were going to start the Tenacious Turtle Cup. But the thing was, like, the KSL was, like, the tournament that really... No, it wasn't even that. No, it was Stego Mondays. Sorry, KSL was the thing, but we were trying to do this as whatever, but what became Pegasaur Mondays. KSL was the start of the community StarCraft stuff, real talk. Because GSL modeled our shit. Then RSL went in, and the thing about GSL even is I stopped watching it right when it's live. I would watch it after. Never have time for replays because we had so much StarCraft and I'd have so much time. Now I like want to. I'm like, I always like help Wardy out, and I never cast his stuff. And I see everybody doing this stuff. I see what I did wrong in the last bunch of months when I was unemployed, right? I could have been casting all this stuff, but you know, things change. But the point being, this tournament right here was exclusively designed for Koreans. And it was like, not like, oh, you can never play in the NA server or EU or something like that, where it makes sense. At first, we were very strict, but it was to give Koreans a chance to have the actual say when ESL had gutted them. And Stas plays based. Oh yeah, he does. What do you, Jesus? What do you mean? He's playing. He does play based. He's playing charge. Again, it's with the Raven and such. I triple. Is he going charge or elbow? This could bite. He's going for interference matrix. To be honest, I don't hate this. Like, Jesus, you're very much. You've improved a ton over time, and you know I'm a Terran main now. I used to always love charge first. I think I still do, but like it's weird. I'm so out of it, Pashka. Like it's. But to be honest, it was always like kind of a scrub league kind of play. Even in my scrub league, I mean up to Masters 3, Masters 2, and whatever. And sometimes you'd see it otherwise. I agree. If I play him, he goes Terran. No doubt, Ragna. Ragna, you're good shit. And again, I was not slating Team Infected on stuff that's, you know, there's 2 casters that host this thing, and we are missing many folks. I'm gonna talk to Chicken Man and maybe open some shit up, because we used to have, like, we have some stringent rules in place from before, but like, it's always been loosey-goosey. I'm drinking beers tonight alone. I miss my Yeti. Be real with you guys. I miss my Yeti. This is where we need Yeti in, but this is actually kind of cool. On these nights, it's fine. Inex going for the same kind of build, more or less. Yeah, it's like a 3-1-1 off of this, but he's delaying it. No, he's going for Fiberax. All right, Fiberax against a Protoss on 3 bases could be good. And he can still expand, but a 5 racks all in, or basically all in, then you, as long as you're macroing behind it, if you're like, you obviously don't boys pull, so you can make it so it's a very, very large damage attack. I don't know if you saw the Colossi, but he may have. Hello, wubba lubba dubba. What's up, It's funny, people. I think it's hilarious. Like, even as I'm playing Terran, like, yeah, you miss observers, but seeing, like, higher level players that are not necessarily, like, super pros, but Inexorable plays a much regen. And I've been, notice I'm focusing, I used to focus on the Protoss more. I've been giving the Terran too much attention in every matchup, because I would always go between a bunch. It's, Terran has taken too much focus in my life. The thing is, what I'm getting at here is, the interference matrix is actually good. The fact that you have to research it now, the boys pull is not good. I'm sorry, dude, he did not need to boys pull 5 racks. 5 racksing, you don't need to boys pull, bro. Sorry, dude. Oh no, yeah, he didn't. He missed position. Inexorable could have had this. He didn't need. He lost all his tanks. Well, there's interference matrix. Freaking Colossus. He loses the Raven. He's not mineral walking the SCVs because why would you? But same time, NX really didn't need to do that. He killed 16 workers, but he lost 22. He's not been building work. Like behind this, you could build workers. GG. Triple takes it. I feel bad for NX because it was actually like a bad call, but he's playing with a lot of ping. And I get why he did it. And I love Inexorable. It's, I don't think, you know, he's not a bad player, and I'm not even shaming him on it. It's just, Inexorable got a patches, was just complaining. Yeah, Korean Starcraft League patches, like, yeah, playing with 325 ping. His TVP is really good too. Honestly, his TVP is really good. All right, we got classic versus triple. Classic versus triple. I'm gonna ask them if I can have a minute. I need 1 minute to go pee. I'm gonna say I miss you, Classic, because Classic knows. There's like some hidden stories with like Dave and Classic, all the Korean players that you guys don't even know. From when I met him, the few lands I've been to, and little stuff. Poor Classic had a bad run, and I always knew he'd be really good because he was my favorite. Actually, like I always talk about like SOS and stuff, but here's honestly really one of my favorite players of all time of StarCraft 2. Even if I switch to Terran, this is giving me the love of Protoss. Looking at him, it is Classic in the blue because of his cheeky builds by understanding preparatory stuff for tournaments. His opponent in the bottom right playing Terran, it is Triple. Triple now playing Terran, he's not playing Protoss. He pulled the Clem guys. Classic this draft. There's so many for me. But honestly, like for like Terran, I never mention a lot. Like Special's one of my favorite Terran players by number of builds he knows, by number of things he does. But he's retired, and I get it, and that's why I always go in and I'm like, yeah, sometimes they're there, and I love. And he may be a bud and stuff. Classic is somebody that it was kind of sad to see, like, a StarCraft was in 2 where I'm in the thing, and I'll just be honest, like, my buddy Billy and I were out and we're drunk, and I didn't have a lot of money on me, and every time I've always been on a rough swing any land I'd been at, and the few, it wasn't just a land, you know, they were major tournaments at the time, the Atlantas. And Classic was on a tear, and he was starting to get, like, looking like he was feeling rough. He just lost something. And Classic, I go, Classic, he'd do it for nothing or whatever. He knew who I was, too. When I met, you know, he knew who I was. And I go, Classic, can you get a picture with us? Billy Utters and I were drunk as fuck. We just met Kamala Harris, and we looked like bums on the bridge. We didn't meet her. She drove by in a motorcade, and we were stuck on a bridge. We were drinking beers, 40s out of a paper sack. A couple of white boys. Billy Utters is from London originally. He's an American citizen, just, you know. So anybody in ICE in chat, don't worry. He's, Come on. Too soon? Too soon? Anyway. Billy Utters and I are out there. Kamala Harris is staring Billy down, according to him. I don't know, maybe she liked me. She, in my opinion, she was looking at us like, what the fuck is wrong with our country if we have these freaking white guys in this? And she was at a, it's not like we were not. Menacing or anything, but for me, I was all nervous and sketched out about police. And instead of police, we had just all the police, the presidential motorcade. And during that time, we were drinking beers in the event at ESL, DreamHack, whatever it was, DreamHack. It was an ESL event, and Classic's putting the heat on. Triple is the underdog here. Look, what the fuck? Classic's micro, guys. You can hate Protoss all you want, but look at Protoss. Triple's a really good player, too, but Triple also can play all 3 races. He's a random player. I forgot to mention that. But Classic versus fucking Rogue in 2019 is all I can say. You'd be like, Dave, you've not watched forever, but that is still one of the best series of StarCraft 2 of all time, and you guys can lick my nuts. That went to, like, that went the distance in BlizzCon 2019. Was literally one of the most fun, craziest, coolest games on both sides. Classic threw out cannon rushes into the proxy Shadow Stride. It, like, fairly newer ability compared to the longevity of the game. But he pulled out a proxy pylon mass DT layer snipe after a cannon rush opener. And I don't know, just in pro level to see that stuff that's where you want to see that stuff. Everybody wants mechanics and the same shit. I'm sorry, pro players, like, that's not fun. Well, this is where I'm gonna actually really say it. You motherfuckers need to work on your cheeses. Scarlett proved it in the Ursa Cup with some cheeses today. The pro players really need to step up their game if they want this to be fun for the viewers and it's community funded. And most people really want to see, like, the euthermal stuff. Dare I say it, the Florencio stuff, the whatever. Florencio is a large content provider on his own, but he is. The Florencio files bring us new players all the time, and even people that love StarCraft's children. It's the charm of flow. So, just saying. I'm not trying to say, like, Fractal, you have a point, and I get everybody's stuff, but I appreciate the refined stuff, but, like, it comes down to, though, like, Protoss, we might see more I hope we see more cannon rushers. Max Pack started as a cheeser. I think all roads lead to Rome. But that was the shit that everybody liked. So say you remove broken units, right? The Disruptor was so fucking broken. Like Sad Sack was saying earlier, I get it too. If you just go for Roach Push, like somehow that like gimmicky, like all in is, you know, it should just win every time, right? Like every race has it. The thing I'm saying, like the Terran all in, everybody gets frustrated, but like shouldn't be a free win if your opponent outplayed you. And strategy is something in the game. The funny thing about this is, let's look in the vision of Classic and how different the game is. So he sees a lot. He can no longer go in obs mode, and Sal always memed down this, and everybody did. And I understand the change in what it was, and like specials, like they shouldn't have ever changed it. He used to be on the Balance Council, and I've been playing Terran. I'm gonna tell you, but when people are so used to stuff though too, you're like, well, you had it so easy, and yet Protoss never won a goddamn thing. They did, but I'm saying forever. So even after it, I'm still pro Protoss, the pro level. Kiss my ass, and that's the facts. I do think Protoss players can be quite good, and they're like, it's Protoss. You think of everybody in our lower league friends that stream, and I'm one of them. But I'm thinking over time though, like people really need to get a grip, even not even low, like what's technically lower league in this elitist game, which we all love. It's really not that bad, but anyway, Classic is ahead in supply. Triple is getting a good setup. He's got Thors. He's playing mech, and I respect. But I don't know. The Hellbats might Shrek. There's no blue flame. He doesn't have blue. Dude, he played mech. Oh my god. The new Storm's actually better against mech. So whatever they were trying to play, this is why Ruff was complaining. And to be honest, if you sit like a turtle like that, and Triple's a really good player. Triple actually playing, he plays all the races. He is literally Triple because he's a random player. He's gonna get Shrek'd, but he didn't get blue flame. Remember how In Control always opened with the cannon rush? Yeah, exactly. It's called the Forge Fast Expand, Fractal. There's still things I could. The new Storm is good against stuff like this. But ladies and gentlemen, let's be real. How many times do you see in any tournament? How many mech games against Protoss? Mech is not bad, but like, it still could be better. You can't like kite fucking Thors and siege tanks and stuff and Hellbats, but you could, it is slow enough where you can get out. But where Storm shines is against mech. Did you do well played? Triple says Classic will take the first game. I'm just being real talk here. So Protoss, admitted, like, how I don't like the call and response when we get balance patches. If they continue to do them like they did, that's great. But even playing Terran, I'm like, you know what they needed to do? And seeing that, they inadvertently nerfed it. We want to see different matchups. Well, the new Storm is the best against mech. So, you follow me? How you doing, Draco? What happened was, we actually nerfed mech against Protoss even more. Should the Terran read, or should the Protoss player read it earlier? Because depending on the kind of mech, it's dependent. Protoss isn't overall in a weaker spot in the matchup, but like, if you're gonna gimmick onto something and be like, well, you know, you can change it up. There are other options in mech, but Blue Flame could be one. Blue Flame Hellions, honestly, and then going into your Hellbats could be one thing. But I'm just saying, like, looking at people complaining, I actually now have some answers as I was thinking, and it verified it because it doesn't happen that often most of the time. And people want to see that sometimes because that's how they play in lower levels. But anyway, this man is up a point, and geez, you know, if you're, you know, some folks would say, look at the Protoss, it's winning. Well, this guy is a guy that is the favored player, and you are absolutely way off base if you think that he is the underdog, or he does not deserve a win from last kind, or it's not even anticipated. It is classic. His opponent in the bottom left, who is building a barracks this fast, in his face, with a Reaper probably, but it might be something else that is triple. He might proxy 111, who knows? Double gas implies he might. Classic actually scouting triple because he's worried about him. Do we actually like the taste of beer, or do we just drink it? Draco, have you ever been in Discord with me or something? I don't know. I do enjoy the taste. I'm actually drinking tasty beer. And there are times where it's not, but I'm drinking extremely tasty beer. And I'm drinking less, though it's not light beer. I usually drink domestic light. Been watching stuff, and I haven't been drinking as much, but I should be drinking on stream. That's why everyone's like, yeah, whatever. I'm drinking some Sam Adams Winter White Ale. Is my YouTube going? Oh, I'm checking. My YouTube is going. Pashka, what, you don't drink at all? Pashka, yeah, I know you had some health stuff. You and I need to talk sometime. We can hang out again. Just, I think you got a little carried away with some things. You didn't want to hear it. You know, we've been through stuff before, but I care about you a lot, man. You're a good egg. I'm glad you're back in the fold of Kirktown a little bit. Not more than that. Just you're a good friend and a great guy. But you know. Wine, you can't, to say you can't get, wine fucks you up more than beer most of the time, dude. I mean, some people do more or not. Why can't? Easy peasy. Well, you don't want, oh yeah. Are you an alcoholic as well, and you choose not to? That would be a base take. That'd actually be, like, truthfully, it's the same thing with me. Or you're like, yeah, I might I'm saying Pashka. Beer's too strong for you? Wine is actually, it's usually considered a little stronger. There's a sentry coming to Stalker's guarding, and well, without a shield battery, this could actually do something with things consolidate, but I really don't like this opener from Triple, to be honest. Smiffer had a lot of ping. Patches was upset about his ping. I asked Patches if he's on Wi-Fi or patched in his apartment. Right. I mean, I get it. And you guys are right. I've been getting my balls busted, but like, to be honest, guys, like, can you give me some? He's playing mech again. Classic's like I don't blame Triple playing mech against Classic. Be honest, he's changing it up a little. But hear me out. He's changing it up. He's trying stuff out. Yeah, Fractal, that's why I surprised you getting whiskey mode when you're with your family. Like, Yeti literally said, I don't know if you've ever heard Yeti say it. You don't hang out with us, Fractal, but I wish you would sometimes. I get it when you can't breathe or whatever. But Fractal, you'd be totally fine to hang with like Yeti and, or like Hans Muff and I, and Happy Stance comes in sometimes, and some rarely, and some other folks we might get non-drinkers or people that used to, whatever. But the thing of it is it's a little different. We're talking about the game now. All right, we do have our Blink researched, of course. It's Classic, Triple, the underdog, playing the Mechanical Man. Yeah, whiskey can fuck me up. The thing about it is, it's hard for me. Like, like, you guys don't understand it. I'm drinking less and I'm getting more drunk, and I'm like, oh, I gotta chill. And I don't know if I have my message on there. I should probably put the message on. Yeah. Twitch, at some point, you need to put a message on, like the bartenders cut you off, kinda. You know, I'm not trying to violate terms or anything. I'm just being what I be. I'd prefer not to be banned over something stupid that we all know it happens anyway here. But I usually have not been drinking lately on stream for a reason. Marines are being built. We got tanks and Hellions. Nothing anti-air, but Storm's coming again. I actually wouldn't hate, like, a Starport. The thing is in builds like this, even though there's Blink and Stalkers, let's take a look at how many Stalkers there are. There are 6. Blink's done. It's gotta have a gateway, man. Protoss. If you're turtling up like this, usually you're going for a fast third. He does have a third finishing up. The thing is you can debate Protoss to go ground pound because of tanks and stuff. And even if you're triple, going into like a Liberator here or there would throw the fucking shit off of Classic even. Beer gets you hard? Well, I mean, everything gets most of us hard. You're saying whiskey doesn't, Draco? I mean, it's thing. Oh yeah, Fractal, I understand it too. Like, look at how everything transpired for me. Like, I don't even think it's necessarily older. There's lots of factors that come in. There's a lot of gateway units. We got Storm, we got Archons, and if we saw anything, the new Storm punishes mech. And I can see why mech players would say it, but it's like, in fairness, when you're playing like true mech, like against Protoss, you're like, you can't it's not TVT. There's really not as much skill unless you're like, unless you're coming up with cool ass builds and you're really good. But when you're playing against the underdog, it's, to be honest, I kind of don't hate that. Just, I mean, I'm serious. As a Terran player, I'm thinking of that. But on the Protoss side, I'm like, well, you got nerfed to shit against how the top players in the pro levels. And people are like, this is more fun. Says like the people at like Gold, the Platinum League, and then some trolls in Diamond League. Gumi Ho hasn't even done it, but Gumi Ho will never. They nerfed Gumi Ho basically from ever. Well, I rarely see playing anything other than like Wardy TV time tournaments, you know. Really gets you type. Beer usually ramps me up. But I love, and that doesn't really, like, beer can chill me out. It's more just the overdoing it things of it. Well, oh my god, that was sacrificial. That was too ballsy. He thought he could cancel. Triple's pretty good, but There comes a line where zealots and even zealots against tanks, when you have enough tanks, are really good. But we're just getting into a Stargate from Classic. Classic's a guy that knows the late game extremely well, obviously, but at the same time, he's not playing PvZ. He's playing PvT. What he's done great is denied the third base of the Terran. And triples at 54 workers. You don't want to oversaturate too much as Terran, especially when you got mules. But why is he building a CC on location or trying to? No, he's trying to land it. Okay. Oh, wow. This is actually pretty decent. No, he's staying in the storm. He just lost that tank. Just lost the tank. But fleet beacon's coming. This is where it gets scary because he's stuck in this army. Now there's going to be Tempest, but it's Classic. It could be carriers. But these storms, it's nothing that's agile. You need to get stuff in a Hellion mode if you're playing mech now. And I'm serious. You need to actually babysit your army more. Triple has 19 workers. He's dead. I love Triple. He wins some money in some of these. He won some tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake. It's 83 workers to 18. The close army supply that died pretty quick before it's over. It's not because, oh, look at Protoss. If we had anybody that's been doing anything as a content creator, treat it as a grain of salt, and I mean it truly a grain of salt. Several grains of salt. It's... You don't understand the patch. I can think of a bunch of ways you could do it and play mech and do things, but to turtle up against the Protoss at this level is not... It's not an insult to Triple. He's just trying stuff. But some people would be like, well, it's just broken, you know, like it's just not possible. Maybe this composition is, but you do have options. You have several options when you're playing mechanical, man. And I think there are some things that it's about harassing the mineral lines with Blue Flame Hellions, maybe getting Liberators out. Maybe instead of like going traditional mech of just like I could build everything out of factories. Yeah. It's much like Protoss eventually, like he had to set up for transition from Fleet Beacon. Should Triple be there, but Triple is the underdog. Triple is a little upset, but he knows he's dead. I think he's just coping. GG. Well played, Triple. He's not being a BM piece of shit. He's just Triple plus play kind of random. Triple literally was the Protoss that beat Inexorable before, though, Fractal. That's my point. He's literally Triple because he plays 3 races. The confusing thing is there's Triple and Triple H. Well, I haven't seen it a bit in Korea. What's up, Samo? How you been, man? And, yeah. My man Percival's still in game. Holy shit. Not surprised he's against Ordinary. Going on to fight Creator. This could be really cool. But I mean, I'm just, I got a little low key, or like, alcohol's a depressant, I was drinking too much, whatever, and I might have to change my stream stuff. I'm definitely gonna have to on YouTube. Even though nobody's gonna want, I don't know. I just suck. It's all good, guys. I'm gonna go pee. I would love to catch Percival. But he's in a game. Sorry. Sorry, Charlie. Did I hurt you? I heard you slam. We got Charlie. Cast with us. I'm gonna look at my Discords. Theory might be back. Sir Charles is disappointed with the amount of beers and the lack of scratching. How you doing, Narmak? Look at you guys. He is. Literally, is LP chilling? I'm chilling. Literally? No, I'm not OP at all. Charlie. There's nothing OP about me at all. Ever. Boy. Sorry, Sam, I didn't read that before, too. I'm just kind of... What's going on? Happy Stan says it does. We all want to see Charlie. I don't have the KSL logo on, but it doesn't matter. Start changing this stuff up. Make it easier for myself. So we are on the Korean Starcraft League. Any lobbies? I'll put the logo up. I'm really tired, guys. Separate from drinking. I was drinking, but I'm like, yeah. It's 11 o'clock. Tired. It's not that Dave's getting old, it is. But think of how much time I used to always put into stuff. Nate Diggity, what's up, buddy? It's good to see Samo too. And everybody. I'm gonna just hang out as much as I can. My face wasn't shown, it was a different angle. One day you might actually get that sometimes. I'll have a Dave. Who knows? If I could stay in my apartment, I might have a camera angle where it looks like Mr. Claw on Inspector Gadget. Because that would work out well for me and Charlie. If you guys know Inspector Gadget. That would be very accurate for Dave and Charlie. Gotta put a glove on. I could be Mr. Claw. You know? Put a little voice changer on. I wouldn't even need to. It'd just be Dave. Realistically, am I Mr. Claw? I love kitties. I have the stuff. More of an Inspector Gadget kind of guy. Let's be honest here. Fractal knows. I am more... the look could be... I could pull off that for a stream thing. With real talk. I am more Inspector Gadget than Dr. Claw. And it's not even close. You'd Inspector Gadget. Fractal getting dirty in here. Fractal streamed today, guys. Yep. The only downside of you saying that meme was there was no Inspector Gadget. See too many hers there, Fractal. That's all I'm gonna say. Got Charlie and me on screen, and it's been a while since Happy Stan said anything, and she'd probably kick you in the nuts. I got him. And rightfully file a complaint. Let's see what we got, guys. Let's see what we got. Message Theory. Theory got into Pokemon Unite. Which is cool. I want to cover some series, but I'm missing them. I want to to look at the bracket. Creator, 2-0 Rebellion. Percival versus the Ordinaries going on. Creators winning the semis, Classics winning the semis. This is looking pretty... Shameless and Young Yakov must be on EU. They could play on EU. We'd be okay with that. Fractal, I wish I could give you Charlie and, like, win the lottery and have all the money just for a bit. Well, honestly, you know I could never get rid of Charlie. I would give you Mittens. And if I had Mittens all, like, cleaned up and vetted and stuff, I think you would actually... Mitters is actually really... She shits on the floor here. She'd be like, Fractal, be like, oh, it's a fresh start for Mitters. She'd be a pain for a bit, and you'd be like, whatever. It's really annoying. I literally don't... Mistakes were made here, and cat train. I wouldn't even say that. She was fine before, but I took in a cat, my ex-girlfriend's thing. My girlfriend deserves to give me another chance over one fucking thing. Taking in that goddamn Maine Coon cat that terrified Mitters. She told me I can't get rid of Mitters. I'm like, I can't take care of Mitters because she's a lot of work. Now I can't get rid of her. I love Mitters, but don't get me wrong, like... Charlie, who knows how much longer he has. I need to bring him to the vet. It's crazy. We need a lobby, goddammit. You got a lobby, bro? I'm asking Percival what's up. Oh! Oh, shit! We got a lobby. Kirktown. I owe Percival some money. He didn't accept any for his trip because he knew... He goes, Dave, that's not cool. I help my boys out. Percival is in the semifinals against Creator. It is Creator versus Percival. We are definitely on this side. We are so back, guys. This is entertainment. I just saw a lot of people here earlier tonight, and then they were like, yeah, we didn't have anything. And guess what? We got something now. It is Kirktown versus... whatever Creator's team's on. Does Creator even have a team anymore? I know it's unfortunate. I would wish Creator to have a team. He should. He's a really good guy, but a really good, not guy. He's a really good player. He is a really good guy too. I don't think he's in a team right now, which many people aren't, because we're... No, it's true. Like, even Charlie and Mitters were weird. Raider and Creator and Percival. This is actually what I'd love to see. Guys, put him up for Kirktown. Creator is a force to be reckoned with. I know Percival will be there, but Percival has been showing such great strength. And he is from Percival, literally on the United States and the Americas. Not the United States server, but they are. I believe they're hosted all in the United States, other than Singapore and whatever. So with respect, Canadians, and I get people's stuff. At the same time, I also don't care. We're talking about games and wherever the servers are hosted in the United States, to my knowledge. Was my point. We're on the Koreas, but Percival wears Pog Squirrel. He wears the Pog Squirrel. We have our first match. Creator is actually a guy that I really, really like. I've always been rooting for, and he's done really good, as many of us had. Starcraft's dwindled down. We're down to, like, community sports. It's cool, that stuff there. It's great that we have Passion Lords. I don't know, I had been one, but I think you know, who knows? I don't have a whole troop of a team behind me or anything. But I have a weird feeling and a good thought. If I make it in my job really well, guys, The hard sell is going to be Starcraft 2. But I work for a company that would probably support... that may support if I can make it entertaining to them and behave on stream, I might be able to get them to help support StarCraft 2 and therefore have a sponsor. Unfortunately, probably not for the KSL, but perhaps for some Kirktown stuff, or they might even support a little of that, but let's see. Spawning in, they would definitely want to support America, you know what I mean? Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Maganatha, in the blue, it is Mr. Creator. We are in the semifinals on the lower bracket side. This is a best of 3. His opponent in the bottom right, he is red from Kirktown. No, he doesn't have it here. We don't have a Kirktown there. That's why I'm Bing Bong Exports. Friend team. You can't spell Dave without behave. Well, that's you telling me to behave, Fractal. Like, just like you. Samo might be, if he's back, he would get back down to that. Percival opening pretty standard. Let's see if we get a double gas. Single gas. Probably a 1-1-1. I'm curious to see how this plays out. Creator's really goddamn good. Percival's really goddamn good. Creator is... I'm liking to see this. Okay, I accidentally followed the rocks, not the probe. It's not drinking. That's just a observer issue. This could be a really good series. Percival's been playing out of his mind lately. His TVP. It was the last patch. He's really stuck it out. And I tried being a cheerleader, and I wish I did more for him. And he's like, Dave, no, 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 no. Percival deserves a real team, and I hope to make Kirktown a real team. To be honest, at some time, like, I'm not saying, like, when I mean real team, like, I want to make a community team, whatever. But I'm hoping StarCraft has a little bit more stuff where we have, like, an esports World Cup. We have, like, one other really big thing, and all these community lands come together, and we have some stuff. And then I think teams are deserved, and at which point I'd be like, well, yeah, you know, if I get my stuff together, I'd be like, well, if I get my stuff together, I shall. But should everything work out, I would love to do this. By the way, guys, this is the Korean Starcraft League. I know it's a little light in the loafers this week for high-name players, but some of it is, like Solar and Shin and Zhaun are all in Canada right now at the Constellation Cup, to the Ursa TV event in Ottawa. A lot of Shopify Rebellion players doing a lot for more than just playing, as well as other players all around. We have like Trigger as well, and Basilisk, and different people commentating that are players are coming in. It's been great. The thing is, what I'm going to say, what we got. A lot of process, except for Trigger. Yeah. Do you really mean that, Trigger, Fractal? Because let's be honest, guys, I know plenty of people that don't play Protoss, or don't like Protoss, and never did in every patch. And people rooted for Trigger in the Americas like nobody believed. In my opinion, like Trigger's just, I don't see how you can not like the guy. When I literally am one of his first subs to his channel. And the thing is Trigger, I got to know Trigger from watching people, and they're like, oh, I watched everything for whatever, and I was into stuff. But what's interesting, it was in the Proxy Void Ray patch. And he used to Proxy Void Ray all the time, and I was a huge Nina fan. And Trigger and Nina got to be friends, but it was funny. Trigger was just cool as fuck, and he hung out, and he used to cast, so it used to be... In the old days, there was like one time we had like Patty Mac and Trigger and Maples before Trigger got famous and really good. I joke around too, like Trigger might think whatever, famous for whatever the case. There was a fun time in the Dave stream where we did tournaments, and we had all the guys in as they got eliminated. They'd hop in and cast. They'd be like, Dave, you're drunk. they'd still hang out. And Trigger literally casted a game with me against his opponent that he played in the finals. Well, he was waiting at the end of the semifinals. But anyway, that's a long time ago, and most people would not know that, but it's pretty amazing because we used to have big tournaments, and that would be in like the $50 days, where it'd be like, wow. Now I'm like, everybody's like, you gotta pay, you know, $300 to semi-pro players. I'm like, what happened to StarCraft? Because I'll be honest, like, Neeb thanked me for hosting $50 to $100 tournaments, and sometimes we'd get him up high from Maturino and people's generosity. And Neeb, it was Neeb's final stand. And Neeb literally, like, yeah, he didn't have the best run of his life, but you could tell for a guy that didn't play for a long time, he really showed how it's like Trigger's becoming something where, like, Estrella and him are friends. I'm sad to see Estrella. Estrella is another really just solid guy, really great player. I love Estrella. I feel like I've done my toss guys dirty. It's not that they're just toss, and obviously I had a lot of love for this stuff, but as far as people being thankful for tournaments over the years and stuff, I gotta say the Protoss guys were the number ones for the longest time. It wasn't even close. There were some Terran players and stuff, but I used to get like just complaints and whatever when I wouldn't kiss ass, you know, to some players. And I'm not mentioning names. It's just like some would be grateful and then they'd all be salty and like, oh well, you know, whatever. I'm like, I'm sorry you couldn't be Hero or like, I'm sorry you couldn't be like Max Pax or Neeb when Max Pax was just pushing up. It had nothing to do with like skill difference or whatever.
Or am I so sick that you just blew
Yeti
your mind?
made it from the camp with the 63 months.
Just subscribe.
Yeti
63 months of the Circle Kirk.
It is on a KSL night. 63 months. Wow. I really am not a real streamer, but it is kind of cool that it's 63 months. It's a big number, guys. Like, let's be honest. It's for the fact from Yeti doing that alone is an exceptionally great number. But the fact that Yeti would be casting with me tonight, unless he was banging some broad. Sorry to say it, YouTube. I gotta change my YouTube shit in this too as well. Yeti's probably mad if I said, Dave, don't get banned again. Go on a date with a broad and say, you know, you're a beautiful girl. You look a lot like your mother. When she responds, really, that's funny. I didn't think you met my mother. And you say, oh, well, you know, I'm pretty sure I just was visiting her last night. Just say it. Be a man. Yeah, I know. I got you, Yeti. You're hunting. I told everybody before, too. I totally fumbled the be a man Dave thing right there, but whatever. That was for you, Yeti, and for Fractal. I love the timing. And for everybody that is not offended. I'm into you because I've seen your mom and she's hot. True. Yeti, I miss you, brother. I know. Tomorrow, I don't know how much I'm... well, whatever. I got some Sam Adams winter shit. Tomorrow I'm gonna chill. It's KSL. I stayed on and we didn't have a huge turnout tonight, but it's our boy Percival from Kirktown. Let's look at the game. Let's do some analysis. You look like somebody I know. Who? Your mom. Yeti, I already read your mind on that one. Yeti is Yeti may be slightly drunk. Yeah, right. Yeti's getting drunk tonight. He's like, I'm going to bed early. Bro, you still didn't get a deer? Dude, Georgia deer hunting's got to suck balls as far as, like, the actual game. You literally... If you can't find a deer in the woods in New York now, there's something wrong with you. If you go anywhere remote... I literally have deer come up to my windows, guys. In the office, when I'm in the office, the cool thing is you'll see deer and turkey and stuff. They'll literally come like 3 feet from the windows looking at us. It's kind of staring us down. We have like a massive deer overpopulation, so even if you're like, well, you know, say you're like a PETA person or something, because I got lots of friends like Trisha and stuff. Whatever, I get it, but there's a line where overpopulation's a thing because of natural predators down, and even with highways and cars and all this stuff, we have literally, we've never had for the longest time, like our ecosystem's fucked in New York as a whole because of, and I'm not talking the city, I'm talking like upstate and stuff, like there's deer fucking everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a deer in lawn. You couldn't shoot a deer in the city, obviously, but you know. Well, yeah, it's fair, but I bet you. Yeah, but even then, I know some people are like, you'll never shoot a doe ever, and I get that, but like, when you're in an overpopulation zone, like, come on. The whole points thing never got it to me. Like, my whole thing is you get a good deer. When I mean a good deer is like, it's like getting a cow, you know? Say you're putting an old pasture prime cow out of her misery, you know, for food. Or for a good catch, and it's a big motherfucking sharp, been around there, survived all the hunters. Doe, like, that would be a legit catch in mine. Oh my god, Creator's so good with the stalkers. But this is Percival and Creator. Percival is actually, dare I say it, guys. Let's see how this fight goes. The Storm's there, the Vikings taking a bunch of hits. If Percival kites the Vikings back, I think he might have a good shot at this if he takes... My god, Percival is still... Percival is on the back chase. It is Creator, but he's so fucking good. So good. Oh yeah, Percival started to bleed out, but like... Creator's really fucking good too. This ain't no fucking bullshit. I think Creator's looking really good with his army supply, but how Percival, if he can weather the storm, he's down on workers. He can find some time, he can get a bigger army supply when he takes out power units. And especially if it's continued Colossus, the one thing Percival's not doing is going into 3-3 because of the nature of the game. He's got to just hold on. Like, Percival's really good on upgrades normally. I know his games quite well. I watch a lot of him. I had caught his streams as I could. He's on our team. Oh god, Fractal. Fractal and Yeti, you guys. So funny. But dear god, ladies and gentlemen, this is looking pretty good for Percival and Creator. In my eyes, I see the pendulum. This is close. The Flea Beacon is scary because Creator is a Protoss. We've seen like several games I've casted in different tournaments and others, but I mean, on my channel alone, I can tell you, I casted this same stuff as many people, but you see underdogs, or really there's no underdogs anymore. People played this game so much, I would say whatever. Yeah, I'd say he's winning too, but he can still lose. They both got their... This is close. Creator... The fact that Percival and Creator are this close as players now, yes, the balance patch is there. The same time, Creator is... Creator literally sometimes, I'll give him some credit too, has been one of my favorite Protoss players I don't mention often. For this reason, he's smart enough to know how to tech transition. He's smart enough to know how to read the map. He's smart enough to know to take a ninja base sometimes and crazy things, or drop a dark shrine in weird spots. We've seen it on a Creator. Even on the players that used to do cheeky builds, Creator knows his strength is he knows how to read the game. And he knows how to play the late game. And many players can be better than Creator overall, and this and that, and mechanics supposedly, which again, I don't want to get people offended that are players, because I'm friends with a lot of them. But I'll say Creator is a player that knows how to do the weird shit like a... How do I say this without saying, like, it's not like he's being like Haas, like saying like, oh, you're playing like a diamond player. He has the creativity, but he knows the situations. It's not playing like a diamond player, it's just knowing the game. So Percival going for nukes. Percival knowing to go into Ghost, especially in this patch, and he's shown us the OSC Masters Cup and other tournaments lately. Actually showed us in Cheesadelphia, or sorry, SC for All, in a Starcraft Historians event, that Ghosts are really good in the late game. You don't need enhanced shockwave. In fact, if you're really apt at looking for observers all the time, Ghosts are a better Dark Templar because they're a multi-utility tool. They cost a lot of money for a reason. But you can use them simply like a DT, and they're very effective against pro. See, look at, he's doing it now. Snipes the High Templar. It's sniping High Templar, and Ghost have a thing that people forget, and they're really good at killing workers. The damage point of Ghost against workers is amazing, and if there's no detection and you're cloaked, you can take like one Ghost and you'll clear a bunch of the mineral line if you're good at multitasking and microing and be able to take care of a lot. That being said, Mama ship's here. There's no Tempest and stuff. Percival looking like he's in a great spot. He's got this base. They're both on a lot of bases. It's a bloodbath. We're in the late game. Creator's starting to bleed out. If this mothership goes down, shit's about to hit the fan. Because why? We got circles of freedom. Circles of freedom right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Creator losing this 6th base, I'll call it. I think it's his 5th because this is the 6th. Percival on 5 bases to 5 bases. Creator could get a higher supply cap if Percival doesn't, like, end it. But the thing is, Percival is in a spot where he can max out right now and kill him. And if he gets him out of position to say, oh my good, wait, this...
SC2 sent justice reigns from above.
Justice reigns from above. Exactly, like it's the Roddy stream, but it's freedom. I know Roddy uses that too on the... Oh my god, it's so funny. I know exactly what you're saying. The Night Elves. The memes. That was the biggest debate nuke for nothing. It's against one Ghost. That was like literally Percival got him out of position. Percival did this intentionally. Get the army over here where he wanted him. He wants to siege some Liberators, stage them. He's staging them like tanks, not sieging them like Liberators. And he's gonna push in. Percival with 125 army supply. Creator in here. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. This is looking crazy. The Vikings and the Liberators taking out the Colossus. The Stalkers taking out the last Liberators. But the Vikings landed. Means GG Percival takes it. Let's go, Kirktown. Sorry, I love Creator. That's 2 Koreans. One of them's on Kirktown. Yeti, how much would you love Creator to be on Kirktown too? We have all Terrans. Fuck that. I'm a Terran main now. Like, my MMOR can be shit. Yeti and I need to have a conversation. I would DM you. You're in the camp. You're on your phone. I know. There's a thing that happened that was whatever. Oh, Beyond messaged me back. Anyway, Creator just got kirked. This man, some would think in the past, I'm going to give you guys a little story about this. Some would think in the past that this man would have an easy trounce because, in Yeti's opinion, probably too, in mine, there was a past the battery overcharge existed. And I would say that either of these guys would be pretty equidistant even with the old Storm, but everybody took the narrative that Storm is broken when really it's energy recharge. And I was ahead of the meta, and that's why I switched to Terran. Anyway, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. Love you, Yeti. But you know I'm right. In the blue, it is Creator, who is unfortunately down a point. It's going to need to reverse sweep The man in the upper right-hand corner, he doesn't have the pog squirrel. Good night, Yeti. Have a good night, brother. Good luck tomorrow. Hopefully you get your trophy book. And if not, take a second place trophy cuck. This should maybe... Alright, forget I said that, but I had to say that to Yeti to get him laughing because I'm a little tipsy. And you guys in chat. And girls. Sorry, Happy Stance. Had to say it. Girls tend to be the minority, but still. Anyway, Percival from Kirktown. I hope Yeti got that before he tuned out, but if not, whatever. It's on my screen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help the Korean Starcraft League, this week we had a lower one. We got some good games, though. Crazy, crazy stuff. It's exclamation mark KSL. It's patreon.com/Korean Starcraft League. For as little as $5 a month, you can help keep this tournament going. We're at number 82. I hope we make it well past 100. We're down to monthlies. We started at weeklies. We had the Korean Starcraft League SummerSlam, which was like, I don't know, $5,000. I'm just remembering. Couldn't even make it there because I was on a different schedule. It was in another rough point in life, like the start of the change of Dave, which was okay, but that was not okay. That was not an okay time. But anyway, we were happy. It was an okay time for StarCraft because this tournament, low key, did help create the enthusiasm that crowdfunding works for StarCraft 2. As we were starting to lose support for the entire game. So thank you guys for your support. Patreons that have stayed, thank you. Hopefully we get some cool replays. Some of the bigger guys may stop because we don't always have the Dark Hero Power Hour, but we're actually getting cooler, different games because of the patches. Creator going Stargate. This could be interesting because it's a Widowmine drop from Percival. Percival may go down this one, but Phoenixes could be pretty good where like some of these builds used to be like better in some ways. Well, it's not, it wasn't like a double gas to the nth degree kind of thing where you're like doubling down on Reapers and Hellions. That could be really good. You might be able to get a couple of workers, but the Phoenixes will pick this up. Same time they've used their energy, the Adepts. It's going to be Phoenix Colossus. Now with the change to Vikings against Phoenix Colossus, I'm thinking about this. One thing you could do is abandon ship. Yeah, sure. You could try to do a medevac drop, or you could try to keep the medevac going. And I think one thing that might be kind of keen to do. Creator trying to be smart with these Phoenix, just don't have energy, would be to go into Vikings. And with the cheaper Vikings, I think Percival is going to do that. He might go for a push because it takes a long time for this Colossus to come out. It's just a Robo Bay. We only have 2 gates so far in the Phoenix production out of the Stargate, which is going to back off of. If we go to more Phoenix, or more Vikings rather, from the Terran Man, I think this could be pretty good. And also, how you doing, chat? Everybody good? I know I'm a little drunk. I don't have Yeti joining me. You can try to keep me on track, or if I'm derailing, whatever. I'm trying to read the game. Got Stimmin +1 on the way for, man, Percival from Kirktown and Immortal coming. Smart move. It's what you do. Like, especially if you're on 2 gate. Honestly, this is a ballsy move. This could pay high dividends for Protoss if he survives. Raider went for a very fast third for Phoenix Colossus. Doesn't matter the patch. If you're the battery overcharge patch, maybe kind of sort of, but even then, like Phoenix Colossus, usually you're taking your third base at like 5:30 to 6 minutes. We're going back the last 5 years. But even now, yes, you can potentially do it depending on the build. And in this case, I kind of see it. With all these Vikings, where there was stalled Phoenix production, I'm kind of like in Percival's position there. He could actually go into tanks. He's on Widow Mines or whatever. Would be an interesting play. Would be like Hellbats, because well, no, Hellbat. I don't know. There's Colossus. There's only one immortal. But the Phoenix Productions 1 Stargate versus 2 reactors. It's a tale as old as time. It's now is a time where you can debate and go back to tanks because the Viking count could grow stronger, but sentries do upper ground, do air damage. The oh my god, those Widow Mines died, but they got a pretty nasty hit. Let's see how Percival micros this. He's taking some big damage. This is not STEM Marines, so every Marine that goes down is big. But the Colossus gets dived on, ladies and gentlemen. Retreats to the shield battery. Percival going into Liberators. That's interesting. There's still some good Phoenix out. Battery is drained, but these Vikings are starting to go down with the Stalkers, the Sentries, the Phoenix. Phoenix taking some blows, though. The Marauders coming in, and the other side, the Vikings taking out the Colossus. Percival is narrowly leading in terms of army supply, but not on bases. It's a 3-base Protoss to a 2-base Terran. He's getting a 3rd base. He's getting his +1 infantry armor, his concussive shells for his... Concussive shells will make a difference. The downside is his observers here. And yeah, if you're whining about observers being invisible, guess what? I will say this for Protoss. I think the nerf brought it back enough where it's acceptable. It's like, oh, they shouldn't even have the siege surveillance mode, but really it's... Surveillance mode's like a free attack on an observer now, as spoken as a Terran or a Protoss. When you're actually playing the game, doesn't matter the level. I'm just saying, like, after a certain point, like, if you know enough about the game, you're like, oh, well, there you go. It's sticking right out. You can get it out of the surveillance mode, but still, a little rough. 3rd CC line in for Percival, and honestly, Creator's down in workers. He's got a heavy army supply. So Percival is quite literally going to have to weather the storm without storm. He doesn't have Vikings out just yet. Okay, 2 more to just pop. But there's a lot of Phoenixes. And it's going to be about holding and being able to retain workers. It's a lot of ifs. Widow Mines going for the Phoenixes. They're slow zealots, not charged zealots. Kratos feeling pressed for pressure. If Percival holds this, he's in a fantastic spot, but again, it's not so easy. Marauders picked up by the Graviton Beam of the Phoenix. See what happens here. The base is in trouble. It's about retaining this 3rd base for the Terran. More Colossi being made. There's a lot of Stalkers, but we got Concussive Shell. It's all about the Colossi. If these Colossi go down... Percival is kind of in a rough spot because, simply put, he just doesn't have the... Honestly, yeah, okay, raising this is fine. Now he's bleeding workers. Creator's ahead in workers. Creator could try to drop a 4th, but if Percival dives in the army, he's in a spot where he can maybe overtake this. It's a matter of the Stalkers. He can use Viking. If he kills the Stalkers, the EMP is pretty good. It's about taking out the Colossus eventually, but it's a combination of both, right? And you take care of the Colossus, you can dive in on the Stalkers with Marauders when you get a good count. But it's hard because you're really kiting back, you're trying to defend, and Protoss is kind of like safe here because they're rightfully so though. Percival was the one cutting a little bit earlier. I mean, it's how the matchup works. Trying to be unbiased and actually cast, guys, but let's go Kirk down. Let's be real. Percival, can you come back? It's looking scary for Percival. My man from Kirktown. Can he do it? Can he take it? We shall see. Percival. Yeah, I don't know about sending those Vikings. He saw the Stalkers. He backed off. Creator's going for that 4th base, but really, yeah, okay, Creator's backing up. This is where it gets kind of scary. Because Percival's like just behind. He has to get damage done. It's a superior Protoss force. If he can catch some Colossi off guard, like there's not like there's a bank. So income graph wise, Creator got some more and it allowed him to get a bigger army. Now they're equal army, but it's the composition, etc. Oh my goodness. The shield battery's down. There is a sentry, but it's using Guardian Shield, not... Oh, wait, Percival target. Yeah, he gets one of the Colossi. We have no charge on the way. Oh, we have charge now. Okay. I was like, it looked like there wasn't, but it was the concussive shell marauders. Okay, liberators, don't hate that. Upgrades are just 1-1. We don't have an armory. Percival's really just trying to seal it. He gets the 4th base. He's got a bit of a shot, but he's diving into Vikings. Nice Warp Prism micro from Creator. Creator's looking like he's probably going to take this one, guys. I know it sounds crazy. Like, we're not done, but okay. Liberation zones. The circles of freedom. Justice reigns from above. Actually doing pretty good. Liberator goes down, but it equalizes the army supply. But Creator now on 4 base saturation, but the base could fall easy. Makes this wild. Percival, in a different kind of game, he was very heavily... He had to defend it. It kind of set him like he's in a 2-base position forever. And you see a lot of... Over the years, you used to see a lot of Terran players in this position where they're like way behind in upgrades. Percival's, honestly, statistically, from every game I've watched of Percival, which is many recent times, I can tell you, not like tournament wins. Everybody like statistics, so like, well, they win this. I can tell you how Percival plays. I know pretty well. He's quite good on upgrades. He dives, he kills this, wow! A bold move that he had to take. And let me just say...
Good. Bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
Percival takes an exceptionally good fight, but he's still behind. Gets a 4th base behind it, though. Creator on his 4th base is going to take another. It's 62 to 69 workers. Let's look at the trades. Percival's lost more. Make no mistake, though, I don't think he's out of this. The problem is the upgrades, but it's not really. It's just +2 for Creator. This is insane. My man Percival, how you doing, Deathbane? From Kirktown. From, that's right, the team of the stream, the memes, the friends, the clan. Percival is part of it. It's this Foxer, and he is definitely going to be a compensated player, because I feel like Percival's became... It goes without saying, he's became a true pro player. Foxer can be, Percival should be, but he's looking out. He's knowing Dave's going to be... Oh my god. A Stalker hit squad on the side. Percival canceling stuff rapidly, seeing this random ass Stalker hit squad. Not Zealots, Stalkers. The pro side for Percival is, should he kill this and get in a good position? The blink's there. Oh, it's a recall. Oh my gosh. No, he didn't hit the right stuff. Okay, Percival's like clawing his way back in this game, kind of, sort of. He's going into 2-2 and +1. I don't think the game's over, but this is probably one of the crazier ones. Creator is fighting hard, like, make no mistake. He's going into Psionic Storm just now. Yeah, it's the balance patch is the meta. Hope you're doing a good, Deathbane, by the way. This is incredibly wild. Creator's insanely ahead in army for the moment, but in income, you know, like, well, not really. Like, he got the 5th base. It's how this game's playing out. It's so back and forth. I am doing okay, I guess. You know, we're doing as good as we can. Glad you're doing well. Anyway, oof. Excuse me, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. What a hell of a series. We're on game number 2. We could potentially have a game number 3. Percival's clawed his way back. It's sometimes now we're in double forge time. It's +1 armor versus +3 ground weapons. But Percival's about to finish his 2-2. If he waits a little, he can get his 2-2. At the same time, Creator's expanding on his side of the map, which might actually play out because there's a CC going to land over there. Is that what the hell? Okay, Percival going in, getting a pylon, reducing some production from gateways and killing the robo production. Even though it's only 2 of these, it's getting a lot of workers. Get some decent EMPs. The force field's good from Creator. And that being said, there's a decent army over here. Percival can actually fight this and take it regardless of storm if he gets a good EMP. He pays attention. The circles of doom. The MPs are good. The bio ball actually fighting, forcing things away. Forcing... Oh my god, it's Percival get a 2-0 creator who has a larger army supply, ladies and gentlemen, who did for much of the game. I think Percival might just have this for Kirktown. Will Percival go to the finals right now? We'll find out. No, he's lost a lot of army. Creator's got a ton. Percival's got a bank. He's building shit. It's about the bank, but the damage he's done is infrastructurally. Yes, it's a word. It was maybe we can argue it might be a former U.S. presidentism. It's a Davism, if not, we'll just say. Dear God. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. Not that GW. Not the GH, but GW. You know? Percival might be dead, and it's all to do with army supply, but this has been a crazy game. I honestly felt like Percival was ready to kill. We'll see what happens. 3-3 on the way. +3 is not done for Protoss. +3 is going to make this get chewed through easier, and that time is about to be here, even though Percival is ahead economically, etc. Kills the Colossus. It's all the Immortals. There's a lot of Marauders. The Liberators might go through if we get enough Stalkers, but there's so many Stalkers. If we kill enough... Oh, GG. We got a game 3 on our hands. But goddamn, what a nail biter. What a goddamn nail biter that was. Woof. Are you not entertained? A damn good nail biter. And a damn good series. I actually really love. Oof, I'm gonna go pee when I get in the lobby. Woof! Creator is hella good. I'm just like, this is awesome because I love Creator too, truthfully. Thanks for the follow, NP Moran. I would love to get Creator on Percival and Kirktown because Percival is on this team. Alright guys, I'm rushing it, you know? Thank you for the follow, NP Moran. Guys, I need more follows. Chats, Corey, Trevor, Smokes, let's go. We're getting into our game. We're obviously in it. It is match point in the lower bracket semifinals. Here we are with our blue Protoss. It is Creator. Kicking ass, taking names when he can, but not the first one. And his opponent in the upper left-hand corner. And the red, it is Percival. There was some Korean dialogue exchange before, but look at this. It's a proxy gate versus a proxy Rax. But wait, there's more. Percival's cooking. This could be 2 Rax Reaper. Percival is not going to have the scout. Creator will. It's almost a tell with how late that probe is, but at the same time, it's so hard in Korean Protoss scouting patterns and PVT. It's a Marine. So I think we might see Proxy Marauder. Zealot coming out. Scouts the 1 gas. The SCV's trying... Oh my gosh, this could be based. This is based. Cybernetic score halfway there. Let's see, it's going to be Proxy Marauder. It's got to be. This is going to be a crazy game. DC going down, Tech Lab going down. This is, oh my good lord. The CC could be canceled. Okay, it's 2 Stalkers, Chronode. Oh man, there's no scout. This is a bold move for game 3 from Percival. I like it. He might be really tilted, but Protoss. What up, Hans Buff? You've missed a lot. This is lower bracket semifinals. Our man, we haven't had a lot of heavy hitters because of all the big StarCraft. Well, there's a LAN, you know, with Shopify Rebellion. Beyond signed up for this, even though he's in Canada, in Ottawa, playing in the Constellation Cup, the Ursa TV event. I should say there's several, they have different names for the different series, but anyway, we have our man Percival from Kirktown fighting against Creator, who's exceptionally good as a Protoss or otherwise. This is a wild game because we have concussive shell being researched, Marauders, but SCVs had to be pulled. This could be a build order loss or win. Like the Marauders could, no, they're not going to do shit. Sorry guys, I had to light a smoke. I'm a little tipsy. Yeti went to bed. Yeti's out hunting, man. Yeti's out hunting. So he actually was watching from his phone from the cabin, and he actually was in a tree stand yesterday while he was hunting on here at Hansmuff. But anyway, Concussive Shell Marauder walks all the way across the map to try to defend because Protoss has a base. This is wildness. Wild, I say! Downside, there's no wall. Hope you're having a good Friday, too. Hansmuff, let's see. Anyway, ladies and gents, another Marauder's coming. This is a little unlucky. I've not seen Percival proxy Marauder in ages. And this is honestly, this is looking like a big tournament dub for a Creator. But Percival played so well. If he played more standard this game, I'm happy to see him pulling out tournament builds. So Percival made it to the finals in SC for all. And he went in and made everything on his own accord. Wasn't even on Dave money at all. I didn't refuse money because he knew my situation at the time. But like, this is just unlucky. It's all there is to it. Like, Percival could get that CC up, but he's down to 12 workers. Protoss at, not just Protoss, Creator at MOAR. It's kind of crazy. Percival obviously is no mistake in fighting this out to the bitter end. He scouts the proxy. He sees what it is. It's just unlucky. This is literally a. It's not really. It could be a build or a loss either way. The flex of the century. I mean, say what you will. It's frustrating. Percival definitely lost this one, unfortunately. But I don't know what to tell you. He did. I wish he lifted this off. But I mean, I don't know. He's just dead. He's got 3 Marauders and a couple Marines. He's gonna try to put some damage in, but 1 Immortal kills the 3 Marauders. 2 are injured. There's no stim. There's no OJ Stimson. GG. Yeah, it's a good game. And he's played about it. Oh, GG's. Good night, Pashka. Yeah. I'm so proud of Percival. Like, honestly, like, he is on the level with Creator. Like, let's be real, that was unlucky. I shouldn't have messaged him, but I wanted to tell him, good games. He's probably tilted, but I love Percival so much. And are you missing KSL? We're into the finals. Did you mean you missed playing in it? playing against the pros and stuff, but you have been missing KSL, yes. But Buckstar, you do live in a land of, like, we all hope to take a game off a pro or something, but sometimes I'm like, you gotta get cheeky with it and be like Dave. I was playing Protoss and Old Force. Fortunately, my man Percival didn't make it, so Raider will advance to the finals. Classic versus Young Yakov going on. They're in game. I hope Percival's not mad at me, but I love him. He's just a great guy, great player, and he deserves some repents on stuff. I wanted to tell him because, oof. Guys, do me a favor, follow this channel, sub to Dave, but support the KSL. If you want more of the KSL, yeah, we don't have everybody here this week because there's lands. We only do one a month, and this was probably, it's not even poor planning, it's because of how stuff works out. Chicken Man and I, the originating folks of this tournament, are the ones casting it, so usually we have like Enki and some other folks, but apparently tonight it's only us. But there's a lot of players that couldn't make it because of the events and different things. And we do miss you, Buckstar. Just saying. Looks like Classic versus Young Yakov's going on. But guys, do us a favor. I didn't say this. Use those Maturino codes. Holy shit, all tournament I've not been. Does anybody use the single code? Let's take a look. Somebody put $35 in. That helps us out because guess what? We are literally stretching this tournament around until the last dollar is spent and trying to get as many KSLs out if it's the end of it. But I do think we have enough of a brand that eventually we could back. I see codes being used. I didn't see it. I'm gonna sub to Chicken Man, and I don't care if I'm broke or not. Chicken Man's my boy, but he's helped me out a lot. Because I'm gonna do it to sub to say exclamation mark Maturino, and it is because I love Montana. Chicken Man doesn't get to stream much, guys. Please follow him. I know I'm cutting down and stuff, but Classic is advancing, so it's a PvP finals. PvP finals, we'll take it. We don't always have that, and it's Creator and Classic. I think Percival could have definitely won that one. It was a little unlucky. I do advertise not on Facebook, but I will start. I usually do it on Reddit and teamliquid.net. This week I didn't, Young Pokey Gamer. I do it close. If you look back historically, any of my Reddit posts, most of them are Korean Starcraft League. And it's all tournament stuff. Facebook, I don't have like a professional Facebook account, so it's personal, so I don't add it. I've been slowly adding in, and I did some stuff on Facebook cast, but I don't want everybody, even if you know my name, because Pokey Gamer, you've seen, I have some trolls on there too. Where I'm starting to actually wonder if Countess is part of the, from some of the stuff that happened, I'm really starting to wonder if Countess is part of the stream sniper cabal of old that I used to have to deal with, and they're always lurking, and I really don't care, because now I'm like, you know, well past all that shit. Hans Muff, how you doing, buddy? I'm gonna message Theory and see how he's doing. Theory wanted to cast. Theory had, my man Theory has made it to the Pokemon Unite finals. And he's a fellow Protoss main. Now I can wear different hats. Putting on my Protoss hat. Theory's gonna join me for the finals. Theory. What's up,
Hello,
bro?
Dave.
Sorry to put it on, but you asked to cast, and I'm like, how'd you do in the Pokemon Unite finals?
Oh, we're just practicing.
Oh, gotcha.
Cool.
Or a tournament. Guys, this is Theory with me. Thank you for coming in. I didn't mean to. You were not by any means pressured to do this. I was just kind of like, well, last call. We're in the finals. It's a best of 5, and it's PvP because there's nobody beyond, and a lot of them are out. But my man Percival, I know you hate Terran, dude. He's Kirktown. He actually literally got a little unlucky and creator there too, but it's cool to see him pull in tournament. You actually probably would have liked this series. It was like OG StarCraft almost between creator and Percival, you know what I'm saying? Proxies and cool builds, you know what I mean? And on both sides are different, you know? But how you doing, man? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. Yeah. Thanks for inviting me on to cast.
And I imagine you want this guy as the introduction for you. Huh?
Awesome. So in the top right, we have the blue Protoss player, Classic.
And his opponent in the bottom left, he is red. We got Creator, the Slayer of Percival, fortunately taking Kirktown down. Usually we're taking him down to Kirktown, as Theory knows. Fortunately not this time. So how happy are you at the least? You're like, man, I was hoping you could stream. In theory, if you want to, you and I can do a tournament sometime. Even if you're like, dude, I don't play StarCraft much. Meh. Maybe you can cast. Might be fun. New caster arc with Theory, you know? Here and there.
Yeah. I don't think I'm the best caster in the world, but I think I can give some insights on Protoss gameplay.
And
I think when I'm at casting, it's more of like a meta and gamer point of view and shit talking, yeah.
But the thing is now that I'm Terran, I actually played enough Terran. As you know, I was on a Zerg arc before. The Terran people don't know that I did a Zerg arc years ago, you know? And you know it a little. Like, now Dave's going full. I've not put as much time in an off-range as Terran where it became my main because I saw the patch coming, you know? Doesn't mean I stopped. I'm gonna suck for a while. I'm like, yep. Have to eat my low MMR, you know what I mean? And you watch, I'm gonna push up with Terran, and then you know what? You already know. Theory knows what's gonna happen. And Dave's gonna push up in Protoss, like told you, and Daddy never left you. I'm gonna have new cheesy builds. So anyway, a little bit.
Right, so Ley Lines reminds me of what's the map? I forget the map name, so I'm not even gonna mention. But it looks like an older map that was played maybe like 3 seasons ago. It's almost like the exact same layout.
Yeah, Ley Lines is an older one. We are honestly about to go through some changes, and we're going to have a lot of different maps. I will say this, I don't know how much you've caught. Patches has made some map strides and put a lot of work in. Omni-Skeptic as well. And truth be told, people have their opinions, and like, you know how the community is. They like to talk shit. But Patches actually introduced, it had the first successful map with a healing shrine on it. So Protoss even can heal, literally heal. It doesn't heal shields, but health on their units, you know. But he made it, he made Persephone. It has an air blocker, so you can't heal air on that one map, but it's the first one that ever went in. What are your thoughts on that? Having the ability to heal units in any race that are ground in that, like, they technically could heal both, but he put an air blocker. There's the thing, you know, where you can't fly over it, you know?
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I like how they're messing with map mechanics. I know Brood War towards, like, kind of like the middle years, they tried a bunch of fancy stuff, and it kind of reminds me of those things when they start adding, like, slow zones, speed zones, heal zones, and other weird map mechanics.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, we did have those, but at the end of the day, oh my gosh, look at this. Through the centuries, kill the adept.
That was pretty cool.
But look at Creator.
We have some pressure from Creator.
Yeah.
And Creator's going Robo this game, where Classic has opted for Stargate.
Yeah, this Oracle, it could go either way. I mean, the next is a little later, but the pressure, it's pretty good. Micro is really good.
Yeah, it's super good.
Creator's overextending.
It's 1 for 1. It's good, I think. So he's got to make sure he doesn't take a bunch of oracle damage or get his probes frozen. They recently nerfed the timeline of these stasis traps.
Yep, stasis wards are definitely nerfed. The energy recharge, like the last patch, honestly, was the best Protoss patch. And even as much as I love Protoss, I gotta say, even when I was playing it, I'm like, it did seem kind of like. I was trying to cut it anyway, but it did seem a little unfair. Yeti would be like on the same thing. He's like, whatever. He's like, yeah, I play Terran. You already know Yeti. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, I don't really play the game, but I love the game. And he's still like, we need to see Protoss win, so screw it if that's the case. But he called a lot of things before. He's like, it's just like gonna help Zerg in a way. And it did. Not in the ladder, you know, and not in smaller tournaments. But I'm getting that. What I love about you, Theory, is the real talk. But I will say, as a Protoss, I did actually feel bad for Terran for the first time. And in a way, because I'm like, dude, come on. You don't have to gimmick us to give us Storm as... You know what I'm trying to say, Theory? Like...
Yeah.
Like...
Wow. Well, this is huge. So, one of the oracles is dead and the other one's 1 HP.
Yeah, pretty much. 1 shot of anything and it's dead. The sentry's gonna kill it.
So Creator's going to take this opportunity to take map control back. And he has a warp prism, so he can choose to be extra aggressive if he wants. He opts for Adepts, so it's not going to be a kill move, but it's definitely going to
his blink
put pressure on his side of the map and kill some workers, maybe.
His blink's way behind. Blink's about
8 workers just died. Okay, so that 1 health Oracle just killed 11 probes.
Oh my god, yeah, I missed that. That is insane.
So I was going to say that Oracle is effectively out of the game until it gets its shields back.
But it was the most...
And then it kills 11 probes.
It ended up being the MVP for Classic, no?
Yeah. So Crater, he's thinking about trying to force an all-in here. He doesn't know what we know, in that Classic did actually cut workers. So the warp prism was picked off.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, Crater doesn't know the worker differential. Like, he lost 11 workers, but he's still ahead in workers. But he felt pressured to all in here.
Yeah, he could have stayed in that game, honestly, and been able to warp in more. Oof, I forgot.
It's hard to say. He didn't know. After he failed the attack and also warp prism, the game's over. But if he chose to play it more passively, then he could have definitely been okay. His blink was like, it would have been done in time for defense, and they were equal on workers.
Yeah, if you don't mind me saying, I gotta... Oh, we got a next lobby. Guys, please use the Matcherino codes. Theory, I was hoping... I was unlucky in the timing, but we will definitely do something, and I will be sober. This is not a sober night. Was it cool to hang with sober Dave, even though it was like late and random and whatever? First time in a long time. Yeah, last night, I believe. It was cool. I thought it was cool to see it, but you're like, Dave's not drunk? What? Was that going through your mind at all, or what? I'm curious.
When was it?
The other night when we hung out in Discord.
You weren't drunk?
No, I was completely sober.
No shot.
I was really tired. We're East Coast, West Coast, man. I've been getting back to my job. But anyway, here we go.
All right. Once again, at the top right, he won the first game. He had a crazy 1 health Oracle that got 11 probe kills. It's classic.
And the Slayer of Percival, I'll just say. Because I had to say it, because, you know, sad to see my man from Kirktown going down. And I shouldn't have messaged him at all, but I did. His creator. Percival doesn't even get a salary or anything. He's been offered. And he's like, no, Dave, not you get in your feet. And he started winning stuff. And he's like, yes, Dave. But, you know. And I'm a man of my word. I helped Foxer. We've certainly helped Percival. No problem, guys. Make sure you follow Theory. Theory, I'm gonna fucking twist his nutsack until he plays StarCraft 2 a little bit here or there. You're in Pokemon, you know, you do what you want for fun. Don't focus on it. I'm just saying here or there. You're a good player even if you don't want to. Now's your time where you can meme. You know, you can.
Thank you, Dave.
Be honest, like you could off race, just do whatever you want for fun. Like try builds that you don't really care. You're like win or lose, and like do it. Theory, it's not for. You can compete and do it, and you might just randomly win because you're that good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, for now I'm taking a break and competing in other games.
Yeah.
And also my wrist is bad. When I play controller games, it's a little bit more ergonomic. So
yeah,
I might take a break from RTS until like my wrist recovers. Because last year I played an insane amount of RTS. So,
oh yeah.
being 33 years old now, it's definitely wearing me out.
You played some Starcraft. You played a lot of things. You know, yes, that'll do it. If you've been pro gaming that much and you work in IT, so not to dox you or nothing, but I mean your name's in Wikipedia and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're like, come on, you're a known guy.
Thank you. All right, so we have 4 adepts being made for Classic. I'm curious to see if he'll make a 5th and 6th. He's making a sentry.
Yeah, it's just a 2 adept opener and 2 expand.
Cool.
Yep.
Is it 2 or 4? Did I miscount?
No,
Maybe it's just 2.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's 2. Yeah. No, you were hoping you were thinking he might go 4. What you're seeing is creators building 2 adepts, so he's hoping he can get him out. He's gonna have the wall, and I guess he's going for. Wow, this is actually a little wild, man. So the Nexus is down extremely fast for Classic, but we get a fast Robo from Creator, and he's still going to expand. Creator could do something that seems almost defensive, in my opinion. Look, Gerald did this in the Constellation Cup. We had a LAN in Ottawa, by the way. I don't know if you saw this theory. There were 2 LANs lately. We had basically Cheeseadelphia plus Starcraft. Historian led it. It was SE for all. Arctosis went down.
Yeah, I was watching that. It was a really entertaining tournament. And I'm a huge fan of StarCraft 64, so...
Oh, yeah?
I definitely had to tune in for that.
Yeah.
Also, Creator has been favoring robotics facilities this series. I know he's one of the players that's definitely more comfortable with robo first playstyles.
Well,
do you think it's too conservative in this meta?
I mean, it's not. This is not necessarily like Robo First, as you know, is like the safest play in a lot of cases in PvP. Yeah, but it's also
definitely safe.
It's definitely a death sentence in some cases if you're not prepared for certain cases because PvP. So even now, like there's stuff that people like that would never work. It'll work, in my opinion. Robo First, depending on what you do, he went for an observer. He's like expecting DTs. Oh, actually. Yeah, they both went for observers. I think he's just going to play safe. But what could happen is it could be a change in build to a 2-base all-in with Mortal Resonating Glaive Adept. And I think that Classic's going for the same kind of thing. Oh, these Adepts. But wait. I think Creator actually wins this fight.
Yeah, Classic's just trying to figure out what's going on. I don't think he is super aware until those adepts got in. He does see that the natural count of probes is lower than his. He doesn't know how late the Nexus was compared to his. So it's hard to tell if it's an all-in or if he's just ahead. He built a shield battery just to be safe. He is continuing to probe and make more gases, but it looks like he's not going to move out just in case there's an all-in. He's just going to sit at home and take his probe lead.
Theory, as cool as this is, because like, I know you're like, well, you know, with the meta, and you're asking me questions. I'm like,
yeah.
To be honest, one of the reasons, other than the fact that you can endlessly queue, never get games, and when you do, it's usually PvP. Let's be honest, Theory. Like, I know that's a day in the life of Grandmasters in NA, StarCraft 2, and you can say a wrist, whatever. The other thing is. PvP, like, no matter what the meta, what the fuck? All I can say about this game is we got fast Pastor Blink from Creator. We're going Resonating Glaives. It's going to be a 2-base on from Classic. And this could be a build or a loss for Creator because they're equal workers now. But this is a solid build. I thought Creator, I was hoping we'd see both versus both, which would be wild. Koreans kind of started this build, but it's Immortal Glaives and I forgot how many gates. Forgive. But it's kind of an all-in that you can see. It's PvP, so you know what I'm saying. You can end up with a long game regardless. But going Blink against this is going to be rough for Creator, I feel. Know what I'm saying? Wait, double.
Yeah, Classic had an economic lead, and he has a window where he can kill Creator with Resonating Glaives.
Well, look at double Mortal drop. If somehow this going Blink.
This was just to buy time and map control.
Oh yeah, but look, there is some defensive units here, and one is an Immortal and 2 Adepts. That actually does.
He definitely doesn't want to lose this Immortal. These are huge.
Oh,
They're the only things that.
Shield battery. Adepts make that.
Yeah,
damage.
this is just to get map control. Because if he has the Immortals on the side of the map, he can push out.
Where'd Creator lose 10 workers to? Adepts or what the fuck?
I think Adepts might have gotten to the natural.
Yeah, he did with the.
I'm not sure.
Well, I killed the.
Wait, where's the Warp Prism?
It's dead.
Did it just die?
Yeah, he did, but Classic's
my
got a
God.
larger army supply. It's mostly Adepts. And this is the thing, Creator has the
He just
third
blinked
win.
and killed it.
The thing is, this is a 2-base all-in, so Creator has to be mindful of this. He's lost so many workers, but he has 3 bases. This could go on for a little bit, I feel like.
Yeah, Classic has a huge supply advantage, but he doesn't have any reinforcement capability. That was a huge blunder losing the Warp Prism.
Oh, but Creator didn't micro and pick up that Immortal. Creator, use your Warp Prism to pick up the Immortal. Classic's got the army supply lead. He's got a micro. He's down on workers, even though it's a 2-base Classic. You know what I'm saying? He's, in my opinion, you don't.
He
think
held
so?
the fight, but at what cost?
Yeah, there's more reinforcement. There's a second Warp Prism. And like, honestly, he doesn't have units like Archons and Disruptors or Colossi.
Yeah, his economy is dead, so... we didn't catch it, but the Adept run by killed everything.
Yeah, Glaives are a force to be reckoned with. But this became the meta for a while, I think, in your absence. But also with the sentry changes, like Adept Sentries and Immortals are like OP as shit. But you literally need like a Archons, and you need like, you could get, even though the Disruptor change, like Disruptors may be a thing, but GG Classic takes it. What? When young Pokey Gamer 30 come back to StarCraft 2, please? Yes. His wrist hurts, man, and there's a lot of reasons. It's been a lot of shit, and StarCraft's a lot of. You're a pro gamer and a working man, so it's kind of hard. Man puts a lot of work in gaming.
I can come back and cast if anyone wants my scuffed cast.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, like, that could be cool. I bet you might revitalize some playing when you're feeling better, too. There's a reason I grinded as much as I did, and I finally think I reached my burnout point, and here I am still casting, but I'm being honest. Truthfully, I did. Theory, thanks for coming in, and I really do think we'll figure it out. If you want to, we'll figure it out, and we'll get you something in. You got this guy, because, come on.
Yeah, I seem to be good luck for him. Spawning in the top left, up 2-0, we have Classic.
And the underdog in the bottom right, but it is Protoss versus Protoss. Can this man come back in a reverse sweep like we used to see with Hero and Dark, or like Beyond and Dark and Beyond and Hero, or Cure and Hero, or whatever? So what we got tonight? It's Creator. Slayer of Kirktown Percival, unfortunately. But I love Creator. Creator's actually one of those guys he's a fucking sweetheart. Yeah, like truthfully, Creator's probably he put up with Drunk Dave in the manner that you, without speaking English is his first language, we'll put it that way, in Discord messages. And one night, it was funny. He was like up late and he was translating. He spent like a solid hour DMing with me, and we were just joking around about stupid shit. It was so funny. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It's true though. But he was just like, "What the fuck? The Dave's shot, man." But he's kind of all right. He's an old drunk guy that likes Starcraft, Korean Starcraft. But I like American Starcraft a little better. We just don't have much, you know. You know what I'm saying? Theory.
Yeah, for sure.
But they don't have much, so I'm gonna root for the fucking. They're becoming the dragons, you know. They're like an endangered species in this game, but not in Brood War, but in Starcraft too, you know.
Yeah. So, I'm interested to see if he'll go Robo again this game, and he does. He instantly makes a Robo as soon as his side core finishes.
Oh, Proxy Robo, that's the goated build.
It's Proxy too. Wow.
Dude, I mentioned America and Patty Mac. This is like the best build you could do. Like in any what the fuck? Okay, so Classic scouted. He anticipated. Wait, did Classic see it yet? No, he doesn't.
Well, he saw no second pylon, so he knows there's a proxy.
So he's defensive Robo.
He doesn't know if it's Stargates, just a fake, or proxy Robo, but he's not taking any chances, it looks like.
Oh, Classic.
Judging by the fact the probe was on the watchtower, he probably thinks something is up.
He's got
and he's going to find it.
Yeah.
So this is devastating for Crater because he went Adept, so there's no way he can protect this.
Oh, that probe! He couldn't drop another pylon. Oh, God. It's a 3-0. We don't want a 3-0 ever. Oh.
There's Adepts trying to sneak by to see what they can do. But this is looking grim. Crater made a Stargate. That's pretty cool.
He's trying. He can't. The Immortal, he's trying his best. The only thing that's... I mean, it's one base to one base.
Classic made 2 sentries. So his entire fighting force is basically going to be 3 stalkers and 2 sentries, or 3 or 4 stalkers.
And an Immortal. Yeah, he did. He built the Robo, so he did. But you're right. So now he's the aggressor, and Classic's or Creator's the defender. You're right. You're right. The Creator has no army right now, but Warp Gate finished. He's got a Stargate. I would, dude. In my opinion, fuck the. You might disagree because everybody hates Void Rays. But Theory, you may be the one guy other than Max Bax who'd agree with me. If I was Creator, I'd build a Void Ray.
A Void Ray? Nah.
No, the reason is no, seriously. Like, look what it is. He scouted. He actually got the scout. There's no base. He did. It's. We'll put it this way. You got the DPS.
He's making it. So he agrees with you, Dave.
Well, you have to. Like, dude, if you're getting pressured, what do you have? You can't beat an Immortal. You can't beat... It's the prismatic alignment with shield batteries, even if they're nerfed. It's literally the way to go. It's not perfect, but you can still win. The Sentry's going to do the bigger DPS to the Void Ray than anything. You know what I'm saying? But it can get the Warp Prism, it can get the Stalkers, it can get the Immortal. But either way, it's a little bit of cope. It was a little late. If it was a little earlier... I think Yoda's in a better spot, but without energy recharge, he doesn't have any energy. I don't think even with energy recharge, Classic takes the 3-0.
Yeah, that was a perfect counterattack, and it was a perfect window. He capitalized on the failed all-in, and he played that perfectly. He hit the window he had to hit.
Yeah, man, that was it. That's all she wrote. Oof. That was the finals. Theory. Thank you for casting at the last. I'm sorry that it turned out like that.
Oh, no worries. Thanks for inviting me. Yeah, nice, short and sweet. PvP.
Yeah, and guys, make sure you follow Theory. I'll try to shut you out again. They have like a timeout on stuff, but let's see if it works. If not, I'll do the other one.
Thanks for having me.
I'll have to do this one. Yeah, and What are you up to? You got anything to say, or are you going back to Pokemon? You know, you just chilling? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm just chilling. Probably go back to practicing and stuff. But yeah, whenever you need a co-caster for StarCraft, hit me up. I probably won't be playing this year, but I'm probably down to cast and watch, and yeah.
Yeah, well, we could definitely do that, and I would actually enjoy that. There's days I might actually ask Eddie to. I'd like to have you in as a co-caster. We usually do exclusive streams, but I'll see what I can do for this one tournament. But I might actually, if you, I'll fill you in for the OSC Masters Cup. It's a different one. I would like to swing for you, and if you were like, yeah, I want some content, you know, either way, you got it. But if we can arrange it together, I'd love to have.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for having me, Dave, and thanks everybody.
Thank you. I just knocked my camera off. Right,
well, I'll catch y'all later. I'm a drop, but thanks a bunch, Dave. Thanks everyone. Long live StarCraft.
Yep. Long live StarCraft. I know my camera froze, guys. That was my, I don't know if you guys could hear the system sound. I hope not. But I hit my USB hub like I do sometimes. And thank you guys for watching, guys. I'm gonna follow 2 follows. Where's the fucking follows? Follow Theory. Follow Dave too. Come on, but use those Matcherino codes. God damn it! For the love of God, just do it. 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 And I will catch you all later. We're gonna raid Reno out. And if you guys, Hans, if you want to hang, or anybody that's in the usual crew, you can join my Discord. If you're an asshole and I don't know you, you're really being an asshole and style, you can come hang out. Have a good night, everybody. Let's go raid. I'm looking. Attrition new apartment. Chris is playing StarCraft. Nina's playing StarCraft. I think I just raided Krista the other day. I think we might go raid Nina. Oh. Not that Nina. Real Nina. Because Nina, honestly, was on Kirkdown for a second. Depending on how life goes here in a bit, like I said, we're building stuff. Nina may be a Kirktown team member. Come on, guys. Oh, I only see 41 people. Whatever. I only see 41 people. Let's go. Thank you, guys. Again, Follow Theory. Krista is streaming too. Krista Fofista. We got eggs. We got a bunch of people. I have the whole gamut, but guys, use those Matcherino codes again. Click the link, click claim code. It helps us not to go in. And super thank you. We have 5570. Jesus Christ. Hans Muff, you used the code and put $20 in. We have 5575. Thank you, my guy. That actually makes it so we have a little more in the kitty. So thank you very much. Lutz, my dude. Guys, I'm going to go pee after. But enjoy. See ya.